you're here today just to talk about your experiences at the lab, and I just want to kind of open it up to let you tell your story and just maybe from day one and why you decided to start and kind of paint the picture there.
I had breast cancer, and I had a very aggressive type which required an operation and chemotherapy followed by radiation. And my sort of magic window was 10 years, meaning that if I got past the 10-year mark without any issues, that I was over a hump, not free for life, but it was a significant hump to get over.
Wow.
And at year 9, I thought to myself, here I've been given this blessing, and I haven't really thought about staying healthy with diet and exercise. It's about time I changed that. And so I went to a local gym here, worked with a trainer for about 3 months, and didn't feel like I was progressing. Very nice, very gentle, but I just didn't feel like I was going anywhere. I didn't feel stronger. I didn't feel that I had more endurance or anything, and I thought those are the things I want to work on along with diet. And then a neighbor of mine suggested the lab gym, and it was very close by, and so I thought I would try it. And I came over and I spoke to Justin, and I was very impressed with both his thought process as to how each person works differently, but that he would work with each individual, and that his goal was my goal, and that was very impressive to me. And so I thought, all right, I'm gonna try this again and see how it goes. But I have to say, at that point, I was slightly pessimistic after my first experience. And within a month, I realized that there were huge changes in my life. The trainer that I was working with was, to my way of thinking, exceptional. He knew so much about your muscles, your tendons, your bones, what works, what doesn't, what exercise to put with what exercise so that you complemented. And I lost weight, and I also felt stronger. And it was like a sort of an aphrodisiac. It was something that I saw building upon itself and was really thrilled with it. And my husband saw the results, and he said, I think I'm going to go there too. And a year and a half, almost 2 years later, we both are just thrilled with the experience. And I had 2 disc operations before I started at the lab gym, and had pretty much chronic back pain. I no longer have any back pain, even lifting weights. And my husband had an operation while he was here, and went to physical therapy and came out saying, this is good, but I can't get through a meeting without my back hurting when I'm sitting. And now he doesn't even think about it.
Wow.
So the exercise has strengthened our core in a serious way. And neither of us even have a thought of stopping, because it's absolutely enjoyable to have somebody that works with you, knows you well enough that they know how far to push you without pushing you too far or harming you. They're just so knowledgeable. And you end up becoming friends. You really do, and it's a wonderful thing. And last spring, I decided, along with my husband, to try doing a sprint triathlon, which was way out of my... I mean, that was amusing. I just didn't think I could possibly do that at my age, which is 58. And I did it. And then I did a second one and took half an hour off my time from the first one.
Wow.
And my husband just did a half Ironman. So we've come from couch potatoes to this, and it's been a slow, gentle climb with nothing that has caused us pain anywhere along the way. It's just been all positive.
Wow.
And we've lost weight along the way because of the exercise.
We'll take that.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
So
really from cancer to triathlon, and beating triathlon times and doing things that just were never really even part of the plan. They just progressed on top of themselves, and one challenge to the next, and just sky's kind of the limit, you know.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Very
And
cool.
I don't intend to do more than what I've done. I'm not doing a half
right.
Ironman
Yeah.
or an Olympic triathlon even, but I feel very good about the fact that at the age I am, I'm healthy. That's the number one most
Absolutely.
important thing, is I am healthy. And I also was on some blood pressure medication, and that's been dropped.
Nice.
So those things are, they're life-changing, and they're also priceless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm very, very pleased
Wow.
to be part of the lab gym.
That
Wouldn't
is-
change it for the world.
Oh, thank you. It's very great to have you. And I almost forgot though that you and Dave won Lab Rats of the Year last year. And,
That's right.
And
We
you guys
did.
both, Dave's story on its own is just incredible, and both your stories in isolation are just so incredible. So when you combine the joint effort together, it was kind of untouchable. So with his back situation and building that up, and it's just incredible. And you guys, your personalities bring such a nice blend to our culture of what I like to see, and just that shine on your face you see every day, and that's what should happen. But whether we do that or whether you bring it here, we'll take it.
I think it's both. I think I come in with a good attitude because the people here are all really serious about what they're doing. They seriously care, and you feel that, and you feel like you're being cared for.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah. It's a big family.
You've got the same goals in mind the whole way.
Yeah, and then rubbing elbows from anybody to, and completely different people, different ages and goals, but the goal of getting better, whether it being being healthy versus weight loss or sports performance, but it's just that same mental group think going on, the attitude and the buzz, and
Makes a huge difference. You can go into gyms and you can see people that are just sort of,
yeah.
they're sort of working out.
They're just moving and sweating. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right.
They might be sweating, but
Yeah.
the one thing you did say I liked was I heard was there was really no progression in what you were doing before with the trainer. It was nice, but it was really
No
it wasn't one element of exercise that we always look at is just there's got to be a progression scheme. That's why we take all those notes and we're looking at what's next, and it's about building up from white belt to black belt and what that might mean for the person. But it's we're never satisfied, and behind the scenes that really what makes things kind of move and tick and helps motivation. So.
And I think that's a very key component. I mean, it's key that you continue to progress, that you be pushed, but not pushed to the point that you're going to fail.
No,
although
yeah, right.
there are times when
Right.
you push yourself because you just feel like he knows what he's doing with me. I can do this, and
Yeah, we just got to learn the limits and to know how to stay in. And
having said that, I've never come away, feeling like I've pushed too hard in the end. And every time I come in, I'm asked how I'm doing. Do I have any aches and pains?
yeah, always assessed.
And so that assessment tells me that
He's not just
if
doing a
something
hack.
if something is off, then he has the knowledge base to change up whatever I need changed up to help me get through that.
Yeah, that is a crucial skill, and
that's so important.
yeah. So it's just really and a lot of times you'll see. You might have those trainers who are not progressive at all whatsoever, but then you see the time they're just complete meatheads and they don't care, and they're just there to punish people. So that's always the front that I put up, but there really is. I'm always backing off what I'm saying. It's always talking tough and then making it sound worse than what it is. But they always surprise themselves because we will.
Well, exactly, and I've surprised myself many times over. There are times that I'm going out of here exhausted, but patting myself on the back, saying, "I can't believe I did that."
Yeah, exactly.
That's a great feeling.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling.
It really is. So that covered a lot of great stuff there. I mean, that's overwhelming, and I really appreciate you sharing your story. And I guess one question I have is there any, no pressure on this, but any good lab stories you might have is one question. The second, any favorite or least favorite exercise you might have?
Okay, yeah. Okay, my least favorite exercise is probably full lunges.
Yeah. Yes, you guys do a lot of those.
We do a lot of those, and I don't particularly like it, but the results are phenomenal.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. If you had told me that I would say this 2 years ago, I would have looked at you like you had, a green face and orange ears. But I really enjoy doing push-ups now, and I'm not talking about girls' push-ups. I'm talking about the real deal.
Nice.
And because I think to myself, I'm really doing this.
Right.
And I'm not a young woman.
Yeah.
Who knew that I could do this?
Right.
So that feels really good to be able to do that.
Yeah, it is really always shocking because every time I ask someone to do push-ups the first time, I get that green-faced, orange ear look. Like, are you serious? You know, and we always modify a little bit just to put your toe in the water, but then we push you right in once you get a few reps in. And
well, and that's
goes well.
again, yeah, and that again is the key here is what you just said, and that is we modify it, and then when we know you're ready, we take you to the next step. And you guys do know when a person's ready, and that's really what
it's a joint effort, and when people communicate well together, it works well. So, all right, anything else?
I don't have, I mean, the lab story that I would give you is an overall story, which is that the people here truly care, and the people that come to work out here are here to improve themselves. And we all come in sort of with our heads down and wondering what we're going to accomplish, and then pretty soon everybody realizes that everybody here has the same approach and wants to see us succeed. And we do.
Amen.
So.
Amen. Another lab rat. There's your number, and join the group.
Exactly. Well, but I mean, I don't think that kind of camaraderie, even between the people that are working out of all ages and the trainers, which in my case are usually a lot younger. But it's a symphony that really sings.
Symphony. You said that. I was thinking the other day. I was like, I always tell the trainers when they start, we're like. We're like bartenders, because you got to learn how to talk and deal with someone day to day. They're going to have a lot of these life struggles, and you got to listen. It's 2 ears, one mouth kind of an idea. And sometimes it's just listening. You don't have to just be their psychologist all the time, but knowing when to talk and when not to talk. But then, we're a NASCAR team where we jump around and hustle and sweat and bust our butt. We're ninjas having to dive around and make the workout go, so you guys are never waiting on us. We're 5-star waiters where we pick up the weights and carry them around and hand them to you, and you never should have to lift a finger other than the actual work.
Exactly right.
And there's all those elements. I can go on and on, but the one that hit me the other day was we're like, the orchestra guys. It's like a symphony. So when I'm counting reps and I'm cueing, and my hands start doing these orchestra kind of things, and it's just something else that's just coming out of me somewhere.
Yeah,
so
I think that's right.
It's a symphony of exercise, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. And there's one other thing that I've left out that is probably one of the most important things, and that is that everybody here knows how important putting you in the proper position to do the exercise is. I mean, if you don't do that, you're going to get hurt. And it's told to you over and over again, never in the same way, never ever in a negative way. Just let's do this. Let's go down a little further. Let's push your shoulders back or whatever. And it makes a difference in what you are doing with the exercise, but also just it's very important that you know those so you don't hurt yourself. And I've never been given that kind of
it's
before.
really, it's so hard to do that, and all kinds of different people and walks of life. But first of all, just awareness of what it means to be in the right position amongst exercises. And there's so many industry differences among experts on how to do things, and really that's what's taken years and years and years to all combine into the overall model and philosophy to make that cohesive. But then teaching that to trainers as they come in the door and making sure that is consistent, because so once you have the awareness and knowledge base of it, then it's very hard to actually get a person to actually accommodate to that and having the patience for it, and on both ends, because it gets frustrating, and so you can never let up on it, it's just a matter of, because one false move, people, they sneeze, they blow out a back or a rib, or brushing their teeth, crazy stuff. But I've also had the same people come in here and be able to lift several hundred pounds perfectly with no bad pain because they did it right. So that's where the details come in, But thank you. So that's a good point. And I guess my last question, actually, one more. So what do you think about Sean Conley?
Oh, I could wrap him up and take him home. His wife is lovely, and I adore her, and I mean that in the most positive way. His knowledge base is phenomenal. He is a truly good person. And I feel like when I'm with him, his attention is on me, and he is trying to make me better and accomplish more. And that is his goal, which is, of course, mine. And so we're in sync. And to boot, he's just a lovely person, a really nice person. So what could be better?
Can't say enough, and I totally agree. And being in sync, and I mean, bombs going off, the rapture, whatever it is, he is focusing on what's going on, because he wouldn't even know it. It wouldn't even hit him because he's so focused on the 75 things that are going on with
Yeah.
that one little set or rep, and just being in sync with the whole process of things. And that's really, that sets people apart.
Yeah.
And you can't fake that. You know,
You
you really got
can't
to
fake
zone
that.
in. And you know, talk about people who can be tired. He's a guy who has many reasons to be tired, from being in school and all the hours
Oh, I
and over and
know.
over, and bringing that motivation and passion hour after hour.
Yep.
You know, it's not easy, and the only way to make it happen is when you focus in and really get into that zone. There's all that tiredness and like, oh my gosh, another day of this. It goes away, and you just start flowing.
Well, and he never comes in with. I mean, you can say to him, "You look tired." Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
had a lot of studying last night, but that's the end of that.
Yeah.
And then
It's
we
time
get
to
down
work,
to
yeah.
business, and he's willing to share, but he's also he's not whining.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah.
He's okay. We're done with
Yeah.
that. Now let's
He's
get
got
to
an agenda,
work.
all right.
You know, but in a smooth transition sort of
Right.
way. It's never abrupt. It's always friendly, and he's constantly moving around me and watching me and reminding me of positioning and telling me that you're ready for more weights, or let's get 2 more reps or whatever. And he reads me so well. When he says that, I know I can do it.
Yeah, you can trust that,
I
right?
absolutely trust him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's a great point. A lot of newer trainers, and I definitely fell in this trap early on. Is just, this is not about me. This time is about you, and telling my life stories and all that stuff. Just all right, zip it. If you ask, then sure, I'll
Yeah.
tell you. But then I need to know when to bite my tongue. And are you just trying to get some more rest, or we need to get to work? So, but no, I appreciate you sharing that. So, thank you. I guess no more further questions, and.
Well, anything I can do, because I really feel strongly that this has made a change in my life. That's it's a quantum leap. It's
Yeah.
important, and
Good.
it's not going from couch potato to triathlon. It's to being able to do triathlons. It's going from borderline healthy to definitely healthy.
Yeah.
And that's
And
the
having
most
that-
important thing.
Having that control there,
Exactly.
and being able to live and not have limitations.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I guess cut.
Okay.
That was beautiful. Thank